What is up, gamers? It's your boy Victor coming at you live once again from the Big Healthy Coalition. It's been a minute. Have you missed me? I've missed you, of course. We are here in the arena streets once again. It's been a minute since I've recorded an arena video or just a video in general. You know, life, all that good stuff. But we are here. We are so back. And we're going to jump into a powered cube draft in arena. Now, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm going to keep it 100. I've been doing very poorly in the arena cube, at least relative to my win rate in the Magic Online vintage cube. I'm not really sure exactly what the deal with that is, but I've been just getting smoked out here. And I've honestly been getting really frustrated playing the powered arena cube. This is just an experience I have in general in life, is me playing paper Magic. Oh my god, this is so fun. I'm having a great time no matter what. Me playing on the computer, my god, getting so pissed off. It's insane. But you know, we're gonna resist these violent urges today, and we're gonna keep a cool head, and we're gonna draft a sweet non-Boros deck. Now, you know, you and I all know Boros is busted. Oh man, okay. Lovely. Now that we have a Black Lotus, locking that in, you know, it's kind of sad. We're really quick aside before I get into my thoughts. Black Lotus into Minskimbu, that's probably like my favorite thing to Black Lotus into. Maybe not my favorite, but it's probably the best thing to Black Lotus into. Booster Tutor also going of note. Maybe Fire Confluence Wheels, because people take this card super lowly. But aside that, we're taking Black Lotus. We're gonna do something fun with it. Boros is really good. I'm not playing Boros. I have Honor. I don't know what else to tell you. What have I liked in the vintage cube? So, despite it being quite bad, I love a fast bond deck. I love a fast bond Zernorb Crucible deck, but the limitation I'm setting on myself is I will not do that unless if I have specifically Strip Mine, because I do love a lands deck, but mostly I love building around Strip Mine. I love strip mining people. It's just chef's kiss. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. Outside of that, I've been playing a decent bit of green lately, and it's been going extremely poorly. So I'm gonna really be trying to avoid green. But we got a Black Lotus, we got options. Maybe we get into the Storm space. That would be nice. Snag on a little Underworld Breach, perhaps. Now here. And now here. As many know, and also I'm sorry about the little glitchiness on the green screen. I think I'm recording this at night, and I think that's part of the issue. But y'all are resilient. You'll get over it, I'm sure. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's try removing this. Let's try this. Oh, don't look at my body, please. Oh, actually, much better. Actually, it's much better. We'll do that. All right, where was I at? Reanimate is in this pack. Reanimate is a very good card. I like playing Reanimate, kind of. It's a little bit worse, I think, in the vintage cube. It's just, I don't know, it hasn't felt righteous. But it's just a good card. It's just a good card. I love a Renin 6. Memory Jar, if we were doing some like super hardcore combo shenanigans. I'm kind of in my combo era. I've been playing a lot of combo decks. I've really been trying to make Storm work on Arena, but I just suck, and I've really been struggling. I think I'll take a Reanimate. Part of my thinking is Black Lotus could help me cast my Reanimate targets. Perhaps it also could just really help with an insane quick turn one. Now here, okay, I will take the Brain Freeze. The reason being is Brain Freeze plus Black Lotus plus Underworld Breach is a pretty easy combo to assemble. A lot of good cards in this pack. Titania, I love a Titania, especially when I'm doing kind of combo-y green things. Quantum Riddler, quite good. I think Mana Drain is probably the best card in this pack, but since we have the Black Lotus, which can serve as the LED and the LED Brainstorm, whatever combo, or Brain Freeze, Underworld Breach combo, I'm just gonna do this. It's fun. It's kind of brain dead Storm. What I mean by that is it's a lot easier to set up. It's just have these three cards. Shebang, you win. And now here. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the best card to take in a situation like this is just jam this Lelia, because you can turn one Alelia off of a Black Lotus and still even be able to hit a land off it, which would be kind of nice. I want to take the Brain Freeze, or excuse me, the Preordain though, because it plays nicely with the Brain Freeze, the same color. I don't exactly know what colors I'm going to be. I could take a Dismember, but I want to build towards a Brain Freeze combo deck is the objective here. So let's get it going. Let us get it going. And now, to that effect, I don't really love any of these cards, quite frankly. Chat. None of these are tickling my fancy. None of them, I think, play particularly well in a Storm-esque sort of strategy. I might just take the Currency Converter. It's just a generically decent card. I think there's a chance maybe taking the Toxic Deluge would be smart in the world of just Boros being everywhere. But, you know what? Maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll take the Toxic. Maybe we'll be like a blue... because, you know, we could still be like Reanimator or something. And Toxic Deluge is just... I like this card. It's good. I like playing it. I find it powerful. And I don't want to commit too hard to the Storm shenanigans currently. However, speaking of Storm shenanigans, there's like a recurring nightmare. We could do something with that. Sure, we could do something with this. Not Wishclaw Talisman, excuse me. Carnage Interpreter. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm taking the Xander's Launch. All to say, we got blue and black cards over here. So that's nice. And Xander's Lounge, excuse me, gives us the ability to pretty easily play that there Underworld Breach if we get there, which is exciting. And I think if an Underworld Breach is open, we're probably going to get it. I would be pretty surprised if we didn't. As a pretty late upheaval, we could keep the kind of upheaval dream alive. There's also 2 good Grixis lands in our colors. I think I might just take a Spirebluff Canal. I know this Rockus Theater has types, Swamp Mountain, which is valuable with fetches, but it is a tap land, and we already have a better tap land. We'll probably end up fetching more often if we get there on that there little combo. And that is a late Oko? That's a really late Oko. I like Oko, but we haven't taken any lands that go well with it. We could just take a Narset and give us some good wheel options. I'll do that, because this definitely could play in that wheel space. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Time Twister.
If you wish to
I think there's other wheel things. Ooh. Oh. And you know what? Let's just take this Watery Grave. I kind of like... There is a Fatal Push, which is obviously nice. Maybe we should take that. But no, I'm going to take the Watery Grave. I like good mana. And now we're having nice... We got some nice Grixis mana cooked up. I mean, you know, the Narset plus the Memory Jar is not really much of a combo. It would be if we got Hull Breacher. But, you know what? I'm going to spec on something else. And that something else I'm going to spec on is a Torsten. Because maybe we can be like a flash deck. And this is both a good thing to flash into and reanimate. You can do like a flash reanimate sort of deal, which is kind of fun. I enjoy doing that. I'll take a Sink into Stupor. It's like a land that also does other things. Very fun. Nothing here that we're probably going to play. Maybe I'll take a Voldaren Epicure if we go like full Grixis Reanimator. I guess I'll take this card. It is in the Grixis colors. Ooh, Wishclaw. I mean, we could Wishclaw for sure. I won't put it in the main quite yet. But if we get a Underworld Breach, 100%. And oh, baby. All right. I mean, we'll take an Ancestral Recall. Twist My Arm. Black Lotus Ancestral. That's a pretty good start. I like where this is going. I think it's unlikely that the Griselbrand wheels. Maybe, I mean, it could. I forget. I don't really recall if we passed many Reanimate cards. We got Reanimate, which is nice. There's an LED in this pack, which is noteworthy. However, we do have the Black Lotus, which is just better LED. But here I'm just going to take a Ancestral Recall and be pretty stoked about it. And oh, baby. That's a Force of Will. That's nice. Force of Will, pretty good. Free spell. Counter spell. can kind of like tap out for a Narset on your turn, jam the Force of Will. Maybe we're still looking to assemble some wheel combos as well as hopefully get that there. Underworld Breach, which I'll just say, Force of Will is good when you're doing like proactive combo stuff. And now here, nothing particularly exciting for us. I guess there's an Animate Dead. I'll take that. Maybe we'll get more. That's a good sign, honestly, that nobody immediately to our left, 2 seats over, took an Animate Dead. So we're basically like mono blue, light black splash. And ooh, okay. There's a wheel. And there's a Vaultborn Tyrant. I will take the wheel because that already combos with our Narset Parter Veils. The reason I call out the Vaultborn Tyrant, if people were confused about that, why is he even saying that card's name, is we do got the Torsen, so maybe like if a flash gets open, that could be a nice little B combo plan. But wheel plus Narset is good, and already we have like a Black Lotus, so we can just like turn one wheel. We can do fun stuff. Some interesting cards here. I'm tempted to take this Dark Ritual just because we're like in the blue-black combo-y sort of space. It could be fun. Mystical also kind of does stuff. We do have Ancestral Recall plus Brain Freeze. We've not gotten the Underworld Breach. If we had the Underworld Breach, I would like definitely do that. Lotus Petal also is pretty decent. But you know what? I'm going to take the Mystical Tutor. I'm going to play for the high upside. It's also a blue card for Force, which is nice. Nothing particularly exciting here. I think I'm between Consider and Expressive Iteration. I think I'll just take Iteration. Iteration's a nice little grindy card. And oh, wow. Okay, we got the Flash. That's kind of sick. I mean, a Flash Reanimate deck, I think that's nice. And now, if we wheel that Torsten, that would be really nice. We have outs to open. Ooh, and there was a... what's it called? The Atraxa. There was an Atraxa as well floating around this pack. Extremely unlikely to get that back, but... And since we have the Watery Grave passing on this Underground Sea isn't as devastating. It's all working out. This is going well, and oh, wow. Good cards here at the tail end. Taking Spell Pierce all day. Spell Pierce is sick. 1-mana interaction, sick. Love it. Love it for us. Oh, baby, we're cooking. And oh, wow, we got the Gristlebrand. And the LED. I think at this point, Gristlebrand is better. We do have 2 Reanimate spells. This one does not combo well at all. It doesn't really do anything with Flash. But we've already got a little bit of something going on, and we already have the Black Lotus, so we don't need this LED for... Ooh, that's big. So, this is exciting. People are trolling by not taking this thus far into the pack, but if you... Obviously, flashing this in, it's kind of like a draw, whatever, but you flash this in, you're very likely to hit your Reanimate or your Animate Dead. Hit your Force Will, you should be cooking. You should be able to draw enough cards that you hit some way to reanimate out of the yard permanently, which will be exciting for you. And you'll probably win. I guess I would take a Restless Wind since it's a Grixis land. We're mostly blue, a little bit of black, a little bit of red. I don't know if we're like comboing hard enough where any of these cards are particularly exciting. I guess I'll just take a Manamorphose. I think that's the card we are most likely to play. And, ooh. Creeping Tar Pit versus Fallen Shinobi versus Duelist of the Mind. We don't have the creature support. I think for Fallen Shinobi, you need quite a decent number of like 2 and 3 drops, and which we have almost none. Just stacking up all these tap lands. Exciting. Taking Concealing Curtains. Probably I'm not super likely to play it. Take Lush Portco on the back end. So honestly, I'm feeling very good about our deck. Grabbing a Mana Crypt is also, I assume, pretty nice. We're going to take Mana Crypt is insane. We like a Mana Crypt. However, in this deck, it is funny. It's not that good. Just the reason I say that is look at all these kind of colored pips. We have almost no cards with 2 colored costs on it. Basically just Toxic Deluge and Wheel of Fortune. But, turn wanting a wheel is kind of pog. We could also just take like a collective brutality. We could also, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna take the mana crypt. It's hard for it to be too wrong and try to like build around it a little bit. Just like this mana crypt is essentially power. Nothing particularly exciting for us here. So, one card I really like a lot is Fire Covenant. I'm a big Fire Covenant enjoyer. It's basically just Plague Wind. However, we already have a Toxic Deluge and does Mystical? Yeah. And we can Mystical for it. There is a Cut Down. We just wanted a little bit more cheap interaction, which I do think is reasonable. But it's tough. It's tough. Fire Covenant versus Cut Down. I'm between those two for sure. Not going to take this Urtai. It's just a little bit slow, and I'm not a big fan of it. I'll take the Cut Down, I think. Have some more 1 mana interaction. Some reasonable options here. I do think our mana will be able to support a counter spell. I don't think we have enough black cards to reasonably play Grief. We could take a Time Spiral, because we're kind of doing some wheel stuff with Narset. I'm between the Counterspell and the Time Spiral. I'll tell you that right now. Do a quick look. I'm worried enough about the mana that I think I'll just take a Time Spiral. Fuck it. We ball. So we've got... I'm not going to take the Show and Tell. Don't even ask. There's a Life Death, which represents the ability, more redundancy on reanimating, I should say. But we're not great at actually getting our reanimate targets in the yard. I know there was a, whatever it's called, I pass, a Collective Brutality, but it's just like not that exciting. Nothing here stands out to me. It's like Dig Through Time versus Life Death. Show and Tell sucks. I'm not going to take that. I guess I'll take a Life Death. And maybe we'll play, maybe we won't. Super late to Galarian Academy. That's kind of sad. Can't really do shit with that. Oh, man, that's a bummer. There isn't a Tali, which is quite poor to flash in. It could be awesome, but it could be terrible. It's just, what else will we play? It's good to animate and play. I would animate it for sure. I guess I'll take it. It's the card we're most likely to play. Can't really reasonably play a Dark Confidant when you are reanimating. It's kind of crazed. Take a little bit of fixing or a Shelldock Owl. I might actually just play a Shelldock Owl. Shelldock Owl is pretty good when you got all these boom booms. That is just like a good land. But my fixing's fine. Yeah, whatever. Another land. Do I want another animate? I guess. I mean, what else am I going to play in this pack? I would really love it if we wield some kind of... Tinker. Pretty late Tinker. Take a deep camera back. Kind of sad that I just have very few discard outlets. But I mean oh, there we go. The Flash is kind of like a discard outlet. Never ended up getting there on the whatever it's called. Underworld Breach combo. Pretty classic. But such is life. I guess all these cards kind of stink. Take the coveted jewel. I guess there's a chance we play this Talisman. Crazier things. The Dig Through Time wield. Take that. God, that is a travesty, y'all. I'm just gonna take it. That is a freaking travesty. Our boy, Mr. LSV, is rolling in his grave right now, even though he's very much alive. But that's neither here nor there. All right, now, chat. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I've been doing for quite a bit. I like to just literally cut every card out of my deck and add one by one the 100% no matter what I'm going to play this card. And once I put all those cards in the deck, you have a pretty good idea of kind of strategically where your deck is at, what are your holes, and then I like to just build up a little framework, build a skeleton before I start adding the muscles, figuring out what the deck actually wants, what it needs. But you know what? It's easier to explain by doing, so check it. Ancestral Recall, definitely. Mystical, yes. Also, frick off these lands. Preordain, Spell Pierce. Didn't really get there on the Brain Freeze, but we are going to be flashing. Narcissus pretty good. We'll play that. Sync of Super is like a land. I'm going to count that in the lands at the end. I'll play Force of Will. Like Time Spiral, I'm not 100% that I'm going to play this, so I'm going to chill on it. Same with Dig Through Time. Now when we get to our black cards, I'm thinking we're going to play this Cut Down, this Reanimate, Animate Dead, Collective Brutality, Deep Cavern Bat. Maybe on the Persist. Maybe on the Wish Claw. I just think Persist is like the worst Reanimate spell we have. Only hits non-legends, which actually we have a lot of legends. Play the Doc's Deluge. Gristle Daddy, you're in. Wheel, I think is going to be in, but you know what? We'll see what the mana looks like before we commit to that. Wheel is really nice when you're doing the whole... Oh, Wheel's actually a good discard outlet for my animation things. I was going to say Wheel is nice when you're doing the Underworld Breach shenanigans, and it's good with the Dark Side. Yeah, no, we're wheeling. We're wheeling, and we're dealing. Atali, we're not guaranteed to play, and I'm going to count Black Lotus as essentially a land. I'm not going to add it in at this point, but that's the point. Expressive Iteration, I think I want to play that, probably. I think. We won't put it in yet. We'll confer for a little bit. I also think Life Death is maybe like my second worst Reanimate spell, so we'll chill on that for right now as well. But Torsten, very good thing to flash in, and you know, acceptable to reanimate after you flash it in. Taking the Atraxa as well. And then so right here, boom, I'm like pretty much 100% certain about these 17 cards. So I got roughly 6 more spells I can add to kind of fill this out. And now I just gotta ask myself, what are those 6 spells? Let's find out. I do think, given we're running to add 6 cards, I'll play the Atali. It's an acceptable thing to reanimate. I mean, it's pretty good to reanimate, but it's not great to flash in. But, you know, that's the nature of the beast. Do I want to play a Talisman? That's an interesting question. I'll put the Expressive Iteration in, and also actually put the Manamorphose in. It's kind of like mana fixing, I think. Actually, I'm not. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. I'll put in the Time Spiral. I think I'm short enough on playables that I probably need to play the Time Spiral. And I'll put it in its own little category over here. Do I play like a Concealing Curtains? It is a decent little bit of interaction. I think I might play the Talisman and the Life Death just because I'm kind of short on playables, quite frankly. And then the last question is, am I playing this Wishclaw Talisman? That could be our last card. It could be the Manamorphose. I don't think we want to make it the Brain Freeze. I don't think we want to make it the Dig Through Time. I don't think we're like discarding enough cards to make Dig Through Time particularly potent. I don't think we want to play this Coveted Jewel. Pinnacle Emissary does nothing. I could just play an extra land. You know, I could play Mana Crypt, Black Lotus, and 16 lands. It's not the craziest thing. Maybe I'll just do that. I think that's probably a little bit safer. We got all these tap lands too. Let's see. Taking a look at the fixing here. We're gonna want mostly blue and black, and then just a teensy little bit of red. We already got like 3 red sources. Maybe just like 1 mountain. Oh, Xander's Lounge. Yeah, 3 red sources. Do we even want a mountain? We also got the Black Lotus, which kind of counts. So 5, I think we're chilling. We will just play mountains and swamps. Islands and swamps, excuse me. I'll just kind of add what sort of looks like it might be right. I think we want more blue than black, because our blue kind of finds our black. Maybe we'll play one. Maybe we will play one mountain. Just, oh wait, we got the sink as well. Play that sink. It's like an island. It's 11 blue sources, 3 red sources, 8 black. I guess there's really 5 red sources with the Black Lotus and the Talisman. Hey, and the Talisman plays nicely with the Mana Crypt. I think this is fine. Maybe I'm kind of trolling. Is there anything just like random land I can play? I guess Manamorphose would make it possible to cast, I mean, all of our big boom booms, theoretically. Is that worth anything? I mean, with only 3 red sources, probably not. All right, fuck it. We'll play this. Feel free to screenshot. Let me pull it up big style. Let me do type creature. Let's take a look at these. This is what we're looking like. This is the deck. We got just not many creatures, so removal spells will be pretty bad against us. We got a bunch of reanimate spells. We got a flash. We got a mystical tutor. We got an ancestral Black Lotus. We're gaming. We're gaming. Surely I'm gonna do well, right? Right? Well, let's find out. I'll see you here in a moment for game number 1. Alright. I don't even know what this character is that I'm playing against. Oh, it looks all jacked up for my green screen. Okay. I mean, this is, we're missing a reanimation spell. But we got 3 of those. We got a turn to Deep Cavern Bat, maybe a turn to Collective Brutality, depending on what our opponent does. Playing against Teamer. Toxic Deluge, I feel like, is traditionally good against Teamer. I feel like if you got green lands in your deck, Toxic Deluge is probably decent. They ain't doing nothing. In that case, I'm just going to play out this Talisman. Maybe they'll counter it. They don't. Next turn I can go doubly. Ooh. Okay, kind of punished for not. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. Kind of hosed. That's on me. Ooh, and that ain't doing much. All right, let's get a Deep Cavern Bat down here, shall we? Oh my, we are in a bad spot, chat. Kind of. I mean, Brain Freeze ain't really doing much, but they do have this DAC that is going to be able to kind of get him schmoovin'. This Pyroglyph is looking like it's going to be a son of a gun. They're going to be able to cast it this turn. Maybe I will just take the Collective Brutality and force them to Pyroglyph this Deep Cavern Bat. I'm just a little sad. I got so hosed by that attack Faden. I got scared of a counterspell. That was my thoughts at the time. I guess I should have verbalized that a little bit. But I didn't want to just slam into a counterspell. Kind of get owned. Maybe Pyroglyphin. This is tough. Well, you know what? Kind of big. Kind of forgot I had this Creeping Tar Pit. That's actually pretty freaking huge. That was going to be a super anemic bad turn for us, but now it's at least reasonable. Get the Dak Faden off the board. Pyroglyph is kind of big. I wonder if they're going to Collective Brutality us. They do. It's kind of sad. I wonder what they take here. Maybe they take our Collective Brutality. Seems reasonable. I mean, if we peel a Reanimate off the top, Collective Brutality will be very good. If we don't, it does nothing, really. Toxic Deluge is an answer for the Pyroglyph, and Force of Will is Force of Will. They elect to take the Force of Will, even though we don't have a blue card for it, which is noteworthy. And you know what? I think I'm just going to freaking jam this here Toxic Deluge. I will play out this land because they could have Miscalc. Plays around a miscalc. The value for X will be, are there any sorcerers in the yard? There are. So looking like we're going to pay 6. Mamma mia. Oh, do they have something? I guess that, I mean, they could have like a counter spell or whatever, but I was thinking maybe they might brain freeze themselves. That'd be kind of sick. We're gonna chill in this collective brutality. I know, you know, maybe they can draw some way to answer it, but I'm afraid they had black mana. They have their own collective brutality and like Dak Baden and shit. God, it'd be awesome if we would draw anything aside what we're drawing right now. We might die to this Wish Claw, quite frankly. I especially don't want to collective brutality them now with that Wish Claw looming. Because I can just grab a reanimation spell once again and reanimate my own Gristlebrand. Which I think they have because they have Wish Claw, they have Collective Brutality, and Dak Faden, which all serve as good. Ways to set up a little reanimate combo. You know, if we draw Black Lotus, we can also just hardcast a Gristlebrand. Kind of sick. I mean, we're pretty close to just straight up just casting it. Oh, okay. Go for it. What's up? I like this. If they have something, they're probably gonna try to fight over this. Frantic Search. Okay. So they're definitely like breach comboing. So this wheel could prove costly for sure, but could also wheel them into just straight up caca. If they had a Hole Breacher, yeah, that would be really bad as well, for sure. Oh, okay. Brain freezing us here a little bit. Respect. That's tough. 3 really good cards I would have liked to have drawn. Man, pretty much all just insane cards. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But now we have Time Spiral, Narset, Spell Pierce. That ain't bad. Do I activate this Narset is a very interesting question. Sure.
There are so many mysteries to uncover.
I'm just debating if it's worth Narsetting here. I went radio silent there for a brief moment, but it's pretty bad if our Narset gets bolted. But we just have this Spell Pierce. I'm just gonna pass. I'm just going to pass. Hopefully the Spell Pierce gets us across the line. Stressful. Okay, little Mox Jet. A fellow good deck with lots of power. Yogwill in the yard. Man, yeah, so our opponent is proper storming. Man, very sad that our Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, and Flash. And our hand would have been like Ancestral Recall, Black Lotus, Flash, Preordain, Reanimate, Torsten. Holy God. If they... I mean, I didn't know about the Brain Freeze. I'm a little surprised that they used it, but I guess it does make sense that we're wheeling, so we're just going to draw a lot of our deck. Ooh, they jam the Dig Through Time. This bodes well for the Spell Pierce doing something. They're getting us loaded cards on deck is what I'm trying to say, basically, when they Brain Freeze us. Millows for 9 cards, and then we draw 7 more. You know, that's 16 cards. Gown right there. Little do they know, though, that we got this Time Spiral. And I'm hoping that they just, you know, activate the Wish Claw, get the whatever, and then freaking jam the thing, and then Spell Pierce. Booster tutor. Okay, I mean, they be tutoring out of their mind. All right. They be hemming. They be hauling. Hopefully they don't just, you know, what's it called? See, this might be the time to jam the Spell Pierce to prevent the four mana of the tendrils. Oh, but this stops. They're not gonna be able to draw a card off this. Are they drawing a card this turn? Whatever, fuck it. I'm gonna play around. Hopefully, play around. Whatever it's called. Tendrils. I feel like that helps there. Feel like they're setting up a tendrils. Like, unless they have, like, Black Lotus here, like, surely we get out of this? Like, they could have Black Lotus, and yeah, okay, we lose to that, I think. Assuming they have the Breach. I know they haven't played a land yet this turn, at least I don't think they have, but we'll see. We'll see. Boom. We got it there. Let's freaking get it. You know, I'm really uncertain about that Spell Pierce play. I'm not sure if that was the schmoove, but it worked out in that instance, so we take those. We take those. And, want to know, I will see you here in a moment for game number 2. Gamers, 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 gamers. We are so back. We are so back. Turn 1. We are on the draw. This hand actually kind of sucks. It doesn't suck. I mean, it's got Mana Crypt, Talisman, Spell Pierce, Life Death, but it's not really doing anything. Like, there's no game plan here. Aside, you know, draw good cards. Kind of tough. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, if I'm not keeping this, what am I doing? Maybe it's a bad keep. I'm very open to that ideologically, but they also mulligan, so you know, means something. I think. Is there any argument to not just jamming all this nonsense this turn? I don't think so. Question is, do I play the land to hold up Spell Pierce or not? And I'm gonna say no. So we can just attack with this freaking Creeping Tar Pit next turn. That would be kind of sick. Alright, 1 for 1. Guys, is there any world where we want to Creeping Tar Pit them? No, but we will pitch the Xander's Lounge at the end of the turn, all while holding up Yield Spell Pierce. Cycle me. Okay. Click the Brutality doing something. Alright, 1 for 2. Kind of big. Like a Deep Cavern Bat. Let's get that down. Let's see what you got. Let us see what do you have. Oh, mama. Okay. Okay. Not sure what to make of this. What are we worried about here? I guess I'm like drawing creatures in this guy's cradle doing something. They cannot no moralize us presently. If they time spiraled, I would not mind, I don't think. Maybe I'll take the 6. Keep him off of a creature. to make the guy's cradle worse. Not sure about that at all. Now we do need to know they have a mana leak in their hand. I think I will get to kind of pwn them with this Spell Pierce, though. I think they're probably going to go for the Tezzeret Cruel Captain. And I'm going to say no. Alright, 2 for 3. Yeah, I'm keeping track. What about it? I guess I'm going to leave the Creeping Tar Pit untapped. I'm going to take a little spot of damage here. I guess I will put Time Spiral into my hand. I will put Reanimate into my library, and I will exile Mystical Tutor. And then I will go Island, and I will go Collective Brutality to... Definitely gonna do that. Just do I want to discard the Life Death for any reason to... Sure. I'm not sure if this is right, but I'm gonna do it. My thinking is that I'm just gonna Time Spiral next turn. Kind of regardless. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing here, chat. Actually, I might just put this Ancestral Recall on top. Biakuas. They're pretty likely to Time Twister. I don't know. We're gaming. We're gaming. I'm talking. We're gaming. Stuff's happening. Sure. We drew it anyway, and we have a Forcible. Kind of sick. Can we just hard cast this Tally next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we can with Force backup. Pretty decent. I don't think I mind them casting all these spells. Look at my top card. Go nuts. And I think I'm just gonna hard cast Natali. 2 for 4, 50-50. Not bad. So they saw this. That's fine. We can go Atali, hold up, Force, and Ancestral. Kind of a vibe. Mana Crypt coming in clutch. Our opponent really likes this. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to Mystical for here. Maybe a... Maybe a Flash. That'll probably do something after we Ancestral. Get in there for 1. Still got Force of Will. Still got Ancestral Recall. They tap a Mana Vault to cycle a land. Kind of crazy. We're gaming. Gamers. Praise. Do I force that? I don't think I care. I'm just going to animate it. Sure. You can have your 6 back. That's fine. Avacyn's Pilgrim. Deal. I guess let's just draw 3. I'm no longer keeping track. Don't care anymore. Alright. Let us animate dead, targeting Atali. Let's see what we got. Alright. You're muted. Do I want... to cast it. I don't think I want to cast a Wheel of Fortune, to be perfectly honest. I will decline. I'm going to start milling a lot of cards. I did not really think about this. Somewhat unfortunate. Let's go. Let's cut your ass down. You've been cut down. Boom. See ya. Let's play a tapped land. No card. And I will pass, hold up, Force of Will, plus Sink into Stupor. And surely they are going to die here very soon, right? Chat. $17 cards left in deck. Like, we're chilling. Guys, Cradle is tapped for 0 mana this entire game. That's pretty fun. Love that for us. Grim Moonolith, sure. They tap both of their green for that. I'll sink an Urza. Get sunk. And that'll do it. Alright, fair enough. Easy peasy. Move on to 2-0 with a lot of power. We have yet to Black Lotus our opponent, but who needs the Black Lotus? And we've ranked up to Platinum Tier 3. Very fun. Love that for us. And I will see you all here in a moment for game number 3. Playing against Nikoli Bolas, the Mighty. That's pretty fun. This hand seems fine. We need a reanimation spell pretty badly, or a flash, but we have a preordain, which will help us find that. I especially like preordains in combo decks versus control decks because, in like this instance, if I'm turn 1, I'm probably gonna preordain no matter what. Maybe not no matter what, but it just, I know what I'm looking for here. If I was playing a control deck and I'm on the play and I don't, you know, you look at an oust and you're thinking to yourself, is this good in this matchup? I don't know. I will keep one of these 2 lands because we're gonna have this expressive iteration next turn, which will be nice. Or not next turn, but soon with the Restless Vents, which is nice. I'm gonna say hit the Restless Vents, kind of swag here. Hopefully our opponent doesn't like face roll us with a bunch of power. Certainly possible. Just like tap land go. That would be cool. Force Deathrite. Alright. I do think Deathrite probably needs to go. Sadly. Can't do it this turn yet, though. But Deathrite, if they don't tap out... I don't know if they're going to have a window. Oh, that's pretty scary. Oh, that is a good draw, though. That is a good draw indeed. Oh, hello. You know what? Let's survival the video searcher like that's kind of scary. We are gonna start with a collective brutality plus a little discard. I'm not sure which. Maybe we'll just discard both and do all 3 modes. Is that crazy? I think that's a little crazy. We'll just discard the Gristlebrand. So that way we still have something to flash for. And this is nice because this answers the Deathrite, which is... Oh, and we get rid of the life death. Very nice. I guess I should just main phase this because I'm not going to go to 7 cards. And I could like Black Lotus or something. Or Force of Will. Kind of nice. Setting up Keep Stop. Not exactly sure if I want to do anything with that. And unfortunately, I do think I need to Force of Will this. I kind of forgot that I had the Gristlebrand in my yard. So yeah. We're going to force that. And then we're going to upkeep Mystical for a... Oh. For a... Flash. Is what we're going to do. Kind of swag, am I right? But, again, this is not the best one, the best thing to flash, but we're just going to draw a lot of cards, which is going to be valuable. And hopefully we hit a reanimate spell. So this just leaves, goes away. Did we hit an actual reanimate? We did not hit actual reanimate. We will take Mana Crypt as our card. We will take Deep Cavern Bat as our creature. We will take... maybe Spell Pierce as our instant. What land do we want? Maybe a Watery Grave? Maybe a Spire Bluff? I think I'll take a Wheel over a Toxic Deluge. And then just what land do we want? I think I'll just take a Watery Grave. Spent those 5. A nice little draw 5. Could be better, of course. Could be worse. And you know what? I think I'm actually... I kind of regret not getting the Swamp now. But I think I'm just going to jam this here Deep Cavern Bat. Kind of put ourselves on a Wheel of Fortune, or excuse me, a Mana Crypt clock. But this will allow us to take this creature. Nice. And they don't really... And they ain't got shit in their hand. Nice. This all worked out fairly well. Ancestral Recall bailing me out of getting absolutely hosed by that Emperor of Boners. Preacher of the Schisms. Hopefully we can beat that card. Okay, that's good. I like that. Do I just run it? No, cause I don't wanna Wheel of Fortune quite yet. Let's start with a little expressive iteration. God, this sucks. And no, we'll put this in the exile. We'll go. Do I want this Torsten even? I don't think we can possibly cast this. We've already gotten rid of the flash. Whatever, we'll go hand, library, exile. Let's put down the Shelldock. Narset, there we go, okay. So now next turn, we'll be able to Narset Wheel. Okay, okay, we got a plan. We're not blocking. Take some lumps here. They're going to draw a card. That's fine. How many cards are they at? They're at 29. So, zang. They left a card on top of note. Okay, just losing like all these in a row. Classic. A classic. Okay, let's go. Narset. Cast. Let's go Black Lotus. I think I'm going to crack this actually for red here. Try to redraw it. We are going to wheel. You are going to draw one card. I'm going to draw a lot of the cards. I have 9 cards left in my library. Did I exile the Time Spiral? Oh, I did. Okay. It's noteworthy. That is noteworthy. Do I even want to Narset? Doesn't seem particularly helpful. Let's animate dead from our graveyard a Atraxa. And I might not get all of the cards, quite frankly. Oop, they just concede. Easy peasy, bang on them, 3-0. Let's get it. I was getting a little bit worried about total number of cards in deck there, but don't matter, don't matter. All right, 3-0, kind of exciting. Normally I'm just getting shellacked, but that's me getting. But here we go, 3-0. Let's see if we can maybe pull off the unheard of 7-0. That would be pretty exciting. That would be pretty exciting. Have not played against Boros. I feel like we've been on the play a pretty considerable amount. But alright, here we go. Match number 4 against Karn. Let us get it. Let us get it. Ooh, ancestral. A little ancestral with the force of will backup. Not the greatest. By the way, you always want to hit him with the upkeep ancestral, so that way you are less likely to have to go to discard, which is fun. And that's like one thing you hate to see more than anything else on Earth is your opponent turn one-ing, putting on that upkeep stop, because you know what's happening. You already know what's happening. And okay, here we go. Here's a little black-red deck. Some good cards here. I think I'm just gonna take the FOMO, keep them off curve, force them to use this Kozilek's command, maybe in a suboptimal way, maybe hit them with a force of will, depending on the vibes. Ooh, a Sink into Stupor kind of goes hard as well. Chill on the expressive iteration. I think I'm going to look to just Sink into Stupor whatever 3-drop they play here. And if they do nothing, deal. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Play a land, I think. Let's... Ooh, you know what? Actually, maybe I want to do expressive iteration there. Oh. You know. I'm going to try something cheeky here. They may go for the Kolaghan's command to kill our guy here inside of combat and make us discard a card, to which I will say, okay. Discard this Gristlebrand and make him look a right mug. They did not fall for our elaborate ruse. Let's see what you got. Because if they do this, then I can Sink into Stupor. Yeah, okay. I was hoping maybe they do it inside of combat, but here you go. I'll discard this Gristlebrand. Oh no, you got me. So much value off of that Kolaghan's command. Holy shit! I don't know what to do. Sorry, just doing a little bit of thumbnail action right there. And now let's see. They jam the Fable, and yeah, I'm just gonna hit him with a little stink into your own stupor, my friend. It would be a shame if they hit me with a reanimate here now. Oh my god, it's okay. I have force of will, but damn. Damn, call an ambulance. But not for me, though. Pretty crazy that... Dude, don't you hit me with the nice. You drew a freaking reanimate. I don't even want to hear it, brother. Absolute tool. Sorry. No hate. Just a little bit of hate. Just enough hate. Oh, and they're out of here. Yeah, see ya. Freaking hitting me with the nice. God, I hate when people hit me with the nice. All right, dude, 4-0. We're cruising, gamers. Let's get it. Let's look for it. We're keeping the 7-0 dream alive. Let's get it. Let's get it. Alright, gamers, we out here. We've been cruising. My god, I'm just so skilled. These opening hands been absolutely, you know, a little bit of a deja vu from our last game. Let's see, does our opponent have the stuff here? They do not. You know, I mean, not frankly a particularly amazing ancestral, but it's an ancestral isn't an ancestral isn't an ancestral. Am I right, gamers? They hit us with the retro fitter. And now you know. And now if you don't know now, then you know. And what I'm saying here is we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could obviously go Talisman off of our whatever, but then we'll have 7 cards in play. I might use this as an opportunity to discard either an Atraxa or a Gristlebrand to hand size. So I'm actually going to play Creeping Tar Pit here tapped. I know, Wild and Out. I think it may be worth preordaining still to try to hit a Force of Will to protect this. We did not get there. I'll just scry this to the bottom. I could see a world where Mystical Tutor goes kind of hard. So I'll keep that. And then we're going to discard a Gristlebrand. We're going to look to animate dead that on our turn. If something goes awry here, they have some sort of exile thing, we can Mystical. Okay, I think we'll just jam. We will just jam. If they have a counter here, you know, that's fine. Oh, it appears as though they do not have a counter. Very nice. I'll be passing. I will be passing. I think worst case scenario, next turn they do something that demands that we Mystical for Force of Will and draw 7. Like that's fine. I do think I will be Mysticaling now for I don't know what, honestly. I'm not I'm not I'm not fucking leaving. You know what I'm saying? You know what, here, let's draw something. Let's see. Let's do a little vibe check, shall we? I want to hit a Black Lotus. That would be fun. No Black Lotuses in the house. That's okay. That is okay. We're going to attack with our 6/7 Flying Lifelinker. They're going to turn this into a Servo to block. Actually seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We'll gain some life. Let's get a Mana Crypt down. I think I want to stick this Atraxa. Look to set up a Time Spiral next turn. Let's tap you. Okay. Got a lot of cards in my hand. Don't mind me. I do not believe I will be
like wind and wave.
able to hold up Sink in a Stupor, but that's fine. What I will do though is play a Island and then get the Talisman down. And we're holding up 2 mana, which ain't doing all that much. I don't even think it's worth animating the Narset. Yeah, it is. I want to get a Force of Will. I want to get a Force of Will. Or a Black Lotus. That'll work as well. Play that out. Not bad. Not bad. We will end our turn. Discard 3 cards. Let's just discard some lands. We might hardcast this Atraxa. I don't know where we're getting the mana to do it, but by golly, we just might. Dude, what if we killed them with a life? That'd be kind of sick. Feeling pretty good though. I mean, we are gonna hit him with that Time Spiral next turn. Kind of a vibe. They're gonna have 1 card in hand. Their Uro is going to go away. They're also insanely far out for casting Uro, and we still have the setup to Mystical Tutor for Force of Will. We also have Sink in a Stupor, which is just fine. Like Fractured Identity. Do I want to Mystical for the Force, or do I want to Sink? Let's Mystical into Force, I think. I like that more. Oop. Alright, then we're gonna Force of Will. And maybe we just get rid of the Atraxa, honestly, at this point. Alright, we go to our turn. Gonna lose some life here, probably. Oh, we don't. Very lucky. Alright, and then let's just jam. Let's just jam without thinking too hard about it. I will play a land to get more mana. You know what? Let's actually add red with this. And where you at? Where you at? There you at. Hit you with the little time spiral. You draw one, I draw a whole bunch. My whole bunch was Dookie. But that's fine. Yeah, okay. See ya. Oh, baby, we're on one right now, gamers. Got the little, is this 5-0 now? Are we 5-0? And I was telling you guys that I've been getting pooped on. I will say I'm powering people super hard right now and not getting powered super hard. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, have I seen power in this cube that isn't me powering? I'm sure that must have happened at least once, but I struggle to think of any instances off the top of my head, which is exciting. That's good for us. That is good for us. When you have the power and your opponents don't have the power, this game's pretty easy. Not gonna lie. I'm enjoying this. This was a nice deck. I liked where we ended up. Oh, I'm playing against the Light Phoenix, the Virtuous, the number 22 Mythic Drafter. Kind of pog. This hand's fine. It's fine. Nothing too exciting. I bet, you know how I bet you get to number 2 Drafter in the Mythic? You freaking play Cringe-ass Boros. Ooh, I'll put a time spot, or excuse me, a Gristle Brand under Sheldock. That's sick. Now that is what I call dope. I don't think there's any reason we want a Mystical in our upkeep. I cannot imagine any world we would do that, so I'm just gonna take that. You never know. I'll put it on just for right now. We can always work through it. Oh, okay. Freaking fricked. I guess there's. Oh, and a Mox. And a Soul Ring? Okay. That actually is how you become number 22 Mythic Drafter. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Okay. I kind of like both of these cards. I guess Wheel of Fortune is much worse when they have freaking baller ass mana acceleration. Okay, well, we're probably going to lose to the turn 1 Wasteland Mox Emerald Soul Ring. You know, I should not have talked all the smack about my opponents not having power and me having power. I think I spoke this into existence. Schrodinger's power. You never know what power your opponent has until turn 1 of the new match or whatever. Sounds like something a philosopher once said. And then they're hemming and hawing. What card do I want to play that's going to absolutely pound my opponent into the dirt? Ooh, a Scythecat Cub, perhaps? That's a good choice. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Am I going to jam the Ancestral here? I'll prefer not to. Let's see. If I jam the Ancestral, I'll go to 8 cards in hand. And then I'll probably have to discard one unless if I find a 0. Not great. Not great. I may Collective Brutality just to see what the vibe is. Maybe this is like a mystical for... Maybe this is a mystical for Toxic Deluge type game. Could be. Or I could just Collective Brutality, get this out of my hand. But I want to get this Talisman down, I think. If like the Collective Brutality were a guaranteed hit, or a duress, I'll say, something that's, because the Collective Brutality only takes instants or sorceries, can't kill the Scythecat Cub, but there is a chance here that we, I mean, we're gonna take a lot of damage here off this Cub, I fear. This is a bad spot because the green sun X equals 4. Golly, yeah, we're gonna be in a tough spot here. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna take a lot of damage. I don't know if we're gonna have the life for the mystical tutor. What else do you have? They've got some 0. That keeps giving them priority when nothing's going on. I'll just draw. I think I have to ancestral me. Terrible, terrible ancestral. Very, very much a bummer. I think I'm just gonna, like, do a little collective brutality just to try to gain some life. To hopefully be able to mystical next turn. And cast Ye Old. Ooh, I get the natural order, so I'm not just freaking dead. That's big. So now I can end step mystical for whatever card I was just talking about, the Toxic Deluge. Do it for 5, so I'll be at like 3, but then at least I'm playing the game. This Ugin is gonna come down very quickly and just give me the business. Give me the business. So I'm taking 9 plus here. Oh wait, I'm just gonna die to the rest of this, which I know they don't have a red. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. There's nothing else I can mystical here that would like go insanely hard, right? I mean, wheel ain't doing much. Reanimate ain't doing much, is it, right? I mean, I guess I have to take this Toxic Deluge and Prage. Is there any reason to expressive iteration first? No, I don't think so. X equals 5. Okay. And they have 1, 2. So if they can animate this, I'm not dead. Actually, kind of sick. Is there any world I just want to expressive iteration right now? I don't think so. I think we can wait. That's not true. I think I should have because we might time spiral next turn. Like we could have maybe if we hit a Lotus or something. Okay, that is troubling.
Belongs to the patient. I will put an end to this.
It's just Soul Ring, man. Correct. So much mana. So much mana. The old reanimate when you're at 4 life. Not great. I guess I will put the animate dead into my hand. Put this, grab this. Let us animate dead your Omnath. Oh man, mana crypt. Okay, we'll save that for next turn. I guess we're gonna go for a time spiral and just see what happens. I cannot really imagine a world where we win this game. This seems rather difficult in the face of an Ugin on 11. We're just gonna exile our animate dead probably. Yeah, makes sense. So the Omnath goes away.
Mine is the power of eons.
Are they even gonna exile anything? Appears not. Makes sense. Makes sense. And we're gonna go for the gusto, so we're gonna die next turn, pretty much no matter what, but you know. You never know what we can draw. When you got a time spiral and shenanigans. We shall see. And now we're just going to patiently wait for our opponent to figure out what they're going to do with their, like, 10 mana or whatever. Yes. Yes. It's sad that you can't, like... Oh, they're just cycling. That's kind of nice. It's sad that you can't flash and then time spiral with it on the stack. That'd be kind of fun. They're holding up a lot of blue mana, which is troubling. They still don't have red mana for that Restless Verge. Oh. Do I just want to jam this? I kind of do, straight up. Because maybe I hit, like, an answer for the Ugin. Yeah, fuck it, we ball. Is it worth playing out the Mana Crypt, though? I think so, because it helps us play around, like, a mana leak, perhaps. Which could be the difference. I guess we do get to keep the Black Lotus up, which is kind of fun. Oh, but it costs us a life with the talisman. Why would it? Okay, I wish it would have made that more obvious, because now we can die to our Mana Crypt flip, which is extremely important. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. The Singing Stupor, that's pretty big. Man, we're for sure gonna die to this stupid Mana Crypt flip now that we paid 1 that we didn't need to. That is so fucking annoying. Classic Arena. My god, that is so funny. That's so funny. Ugh. Oh, Arena. Okay, yeah, now they can just... Now we are just, like, super dead. Because they can Ugin and then get rid of it. So we kind of got owned. I guess it's hard to say whether or not that 1 life mattered. It doesn't matter here because now they're just going to Ugin the Atali and then we're just going to die. But, you know, I've had my Arena opponents make much more egregious errors. So I'm going to make them do it because they might mess it up. For example, I remember one time I was at 7 and my opponent cast a Powergoyf that was a 7/8. And they did not target my face, they targeted a creature. Which was so devastating because it gave me hope. I just ended up losing that game anyway. It just took many more minutes and I was much more upset. Because they're tanking here. I don't think they see the line. There's a chance they don't. Are they going to figure it out? Let's see. Okay, so you're saying there's a chance?
Oh, how am I supposed to focus on only 1 project?
I don't think that quite gets them there. Oh, no, it does. That also does, yeah. Yeah, okay. Fair play. They also could have just Ugin to kill me there. But that'll work. That'll work. GG's. Alright, 5-1. The undefeated dream dies, but we go on fighting. See you all here for hopefully the penultimate game, but we'll see. It might not be. Might not be the penultimate game. Might just be the whatever one before penultimate is. Because for those not to know, penultimate does not refer to the last game. It refers to, or the last of anything. It refers to the second to last. Right? So, you know, the 3rd lap when you're running the mile, or maybe if you all be running the kilometers anywhere else it is in America. I don't know how many laps that typically takes, but here in America, we run the mile. And it's 4 laps on the track. And the 3rd lap would be the penultimate lap. And the 4th lap would be the ultimate lap. I'll stop. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I've really spoken. Oh. Okay, that was on me. I just let that resolve. That force of will. I should have force of willed that pitching the expressive iteration. I'm just so used to not being able to. I don't know why. I just thought I couldn't force of will. I thought I didn't have a blue card, but I totally do. I have the expressive iteration. And I'm getting freaking hosed. I'm going to take this booster tutor, and I'm just going to get owned by this Urza Saga, I think. so brutal. So brutal. But that's what I get for being bad. That's devastating. That's what we here in the biz call devastating, gamers. But it ain't over until the overweight woman sings. You know what I'm saying? Well, the question is, do we expressive iteration this turn? Or... yeah, I mean, what's the alternative? We're not really doing anything else, right? Let's go for this. They're just going to make a saga token, I'm almost certain of. We will put this into our hand. For sure. We'll put this into our library, and we'll put this into the exile zone. We'll play this out. And we're going to get hosed by Urza Saga gamers, and that's what I get for being bad. Oh, that is so sad that I'm bad. Very much a game-losing play. Because they're just going to have 2 4/4s now. Stupid. I hit the space bar just... oh, that's why... this is why I'm trying to relax myself here. Zen mode. This is why Magic and online platforms... it just... oh... pisses me off so badly, because... in real life I go... it's not like I say... anything that just like, boom, your decision is locked in no matter what. But you freaking hit that space bar a little bit absentmindedly because you're talking to the chatters, and then you just freaking lose because of it. Like, oh my god, bro. Oh, but unfortunately, and the worst part is I can't even blame anybody because I fricked up. I mussed it. I botched it. And now at this point, I'm kind of just... we're gonna hope we ancestral into a flash probably. That's the dream. Oh, mama. Just killed a man. Okay, we did hit the flash, and we hit the island. Okay, we get to play the game. Kind of sick. Despite my egregious error. So basically, we're gonna get 7 1/1s and a bunch of creatures and lands. Wow, that's insane. So we revealed the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hit 1 creature and 1 land. That's fine though. But now we have 7 1/1s. So that's kind of nice. We still got the force up. We're gaining just a little bit of life here. I wonder what I will force pitching. Maybe this... no, the Synchronous Stupor is actually good because I can kill a token. Probably the Spell Pierce that I guess. Yeah, Spell Pierce ain't doing shit. Get rid of that, and the tokens at least can block the one of these. I can sink the other. Now we're trying to look to set up maybe a little Narset plus a little some kind of wheelie piece. Do all these cards go into the bottom in an order that I know about? No, but we are working our way up to the Atraxa. Do they have some sort of counterspell? I can't imagine why they would be thinking about this so hard. If they did, just do it. Unless if maybe this Tezzeret sucks and I actually just shouldn't have countered it. They have no good 1 or 0 to get or whatever. No, they accept judgment. Now what will you do, my friend? I mean, I'm like Omega Gang blocking one of these all day. I mean, I wonder, is there a chance they attack with both? Can I erase them, perhaps? They'll be attacking with... I'm just gonna block with 7 on this. I was thinking if they maybe didn't attack with both, there's some like world I can... what's going on here? Race, perhaps, but don't matter. Okay. Let's... I think I'll go for the Narset. I think I'll go for this. They might have the counter here. They could have like a spell piercer or miscalc. I gotta imagine they would have countered the force, but maybe not. Okay, they have a mana drain, okay. They get to do a little bit of looting. Now I cannot hold anything up. So I'll just, no, I will not attack because they've drawn a card this turn and they will kill me with, or they will kill my Deep Cavern Bat with that Duelist of the Mind. Well, despite my egregious error, that's tough. That's tough. They're gonna get this booster tutor back. Oh, that's so tough. My egregious error is costing me dearly. Oh, it's so sad. My error. The error that I've made. Oh. I know it was so long ago you'd think I would have gotten over it at this point, but I did not. I'm still sad about it. So now, what do I need to draw? I need to draw some sort of reanimation spell, and quickly. And quick like. I guess the Restless Vents I could do a little bit of drawing and discarding, which has some value to it. They be tutoring up in that booster. Interested to see what they're gonna pull out. But until then, we just gotta hypothesize. I'm gonna guess they are gonna take a consult the star charts. That's my guess. Lock it in. Now, I've only cast a booster tutor once, and it was poop. I remember there was nothing particularly good, and I ended up, I think, just dying with the card that I got. I don't know if that's true, but I just remember I cast it one time, and it wasn't great. And that was sad, because the ceiling on the card is insane. Did they booster tutor for a booster tutor? I wonder if anybody ever has done that. Maybe the first time anybody's ever booster tutored for a booster tutor. That's awesome. And so they just snap off that exile. Okay. I respect that. We'll block here. The reason we're doing that is because we're hoping to draw like an animate. Ooh, Gristlebrand. Can we just cast that piece? No. No, we cannot. But we can? But what we can do is we can almost cast it. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're a little bit off, but there's a chance. And since there is a chance, what I will do is I will take that booster tutor out of their hand. Gimme that. And I will be looking to most likely... No, I should just main phase this so that way they can't sack it to make a token. Just gonna shaboink, sack it to this to make the token is what I'm worried about. And now we're kind of both top decking. We both got a decent bit of mana. They just have a Legion Excruder. So if we can like somehow get through these next 2 turns, get a... I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad for us. I'm going to keep chumping because we could still block or top deck like reanimate. Black Lotus gets a Gristlebrand down here as well. I wonder what they sack here to make a 3/3. Oh, I'm getting upset. Oh, I'm getting upset. Oh. Oh, I'm not mad. You're mad. Oh! God damn it, dude. I clearly did not mean to do that. I was just clicking too quickly. Oh, I get so mad. I get so mad. I will say, of note, I am trying to quit nicotine at the moment. Okay, so we're taking 6 more damage than we need. Holy... Actually, that's not true. Only 3. No, only 3 more damage. Oh, I'm very irritable. I'm very irritable, chat. Sure. Why the fuck not? Pile it on.
Must not be tolerated.
Oh, I'm so upset. I'm so upset about this right now. Just make a stupid construct. Oh.
You may regret that choice.
You can have a Volk, sure. Oh, okay. I've calmed down. I'm good. I'm good. We're chilling. Another land? Yeah, I don't even care. I don't even care about drawing just fucking every fucking land in my fucking deck. I don't even, who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad, you're mad. As a great man once said. Okay, let's see. Let's see how a Griselbrand does here. Sup. Sup. I present to you Gristle Daddy. What you got? What do you have? Are you going to make another guy? It would kind of make sense. If they had made a construct, how big would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I guess 1 and 5, so... You know, not the end of the world. The question is, am I going to attack next turn? Because unless if they draw an answer to the Griselbrand, certainly they cannot attack. They probably drew an answer to the Griselbrand. Why the hell wouldn't they? You know, obviously. We'll see. We'll do a little vibe check. It's just a little scary because obviously 7/7 lifelinker goes hard. But won't be able to really draw the life. Okay, so they're getting the Tishana's Tidebinder back. This is an activated ability. So I will not be going for it. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. So if I gain 7, I mean, I'm going to try to attack the Karn, I think. I've got 2 creature lands as blockers. So bring me to 13, no matter what. Question is, do I play this land out? I think probably, because I might end up losing some lands here. Okay, so I have drawn like some pretty horrendous draws in a row. So is my opponent, for what it's worth. I mean, not really. I guess they drew land, Karn, land. You know, that's better than land, mana crypt at this stage of the game. And I will totally be activating this Creeping Tar Pit. Yep, they make a 5/5. I don't want to hover over my Creeping Tar Pit or my Restless Fence. I want them to ideally forget that I have them. They're floating some weird mana here, which is kind of troubling. I wonder if they're Tidebindering something? Very interesting. The fact that we're in this game after, again, our big error that I made on turn 1 of the game. Turn 0 even, really? I don't remember if I was on the player on the draw, but... Kappa's Cannoneer. Okay. Okay. That can race. That can race. Okay, I'm definitely going to activate this. Does this one work if I block? No, just attacks. So I do at least get to block one of these. I wonder, actually, you know, I may have just fucked up. Maybe what I'm supposed to do here is just Griselbrand Creeping Tar Pit, attack them twice and try to threaten the kill. But then I would be at 4 going up to 11 and they got way more than 11 damage, so never mind, that would not work. Can I just draw anything? Can I draw anything? Please, God. No? Alright. I think I need to draw 7 here. Is the Toxic Deluge in my deck still? It is. And I will be able to pay 5. And I won't be able to do anything. Just insanely bad. Does this even do anything? Does this even do anything? It's kind of unbelievable how bad that was. It's unbelievable how bad. Does this does anything get done here? Until the end of turn, so that doesn't work. This is insane. How bad this is. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 basically lands? Do I have any way to even gain life? Okay, unfortunate. Wow, that's just insane how bad that was. But we die now. Okay. Cool. Cool. Just the worst. I mean, that's like basically of the top 11 cards, like 7 lands. You know what? I'm going to say that was not fun. I very rarely respond to those, but I'm going to say that sucked. That feels horrendous. Somebody run that through the hypergeometric calculator because, and you know, I think that's I really want to be like omega tilted, but here's the deal with something like that is I fucked up on turn 1. If I had countered that stupid soul ring, I would have been fine. And now, oh jeez, all of our reanimation spells in our opener. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to mulligan this. And there we go. That's a good hand. That's a good hand. Keep this. I'll bottom the worst reanimate spell we have. Alright. Upkeep this. A little upkeep ancestral. We have been doing this a lot to people, which is nice. Okay. I think we'll be able to get the Gristle Daddy out. You've got a Black Lotus. It's okay. I got a Force of Will. Do I even care? I'm going to have a Gristlebrand in play next turn. I don't think I care. Straight up. Straight up, I don't even care, bro. I don't know if I want to pay the life. I'll pay the life, sure. We'll go Black Lotus. Hey. My Black Lotus is bigger. We will go reveal your hand, lose 2, gain 2. Target you with both of those. Discard Daddy. But you got a memory lapse? Not anymore. We will animate dead Daddy. And yeah, we'll pay 7 life. Draw 7 cards. We'll end our turn. 1, 2, 3. And what's our 4th pitch gonna be? Maybe a time spiral. It's probably not doing anything. No, that's a blue card to pitch. Maybe a bat. Unlikely that's gonna do anything. All right, pretty good. My Black Lotus seemed better than your Black Lotus, and just like that, we out of here. Shebang. All right. Redemption time. This is for the trophy. You know, maybe I should hit the smiley face just to be nice. But I don't. Fuck you trying to get my data, man. I don't want to give you data. I hate giving corporations data. But here we go. This is for all the money. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I'm in the way. I'm in the way. Look at that. 6 wins, 2 losses. Here we go. For redemption, for honor, for I don't know what else. Let's get more ancestrals. Let's get more Black Lotuses. Let's get it going. Come on, son. Come on, son. And I have to pee so badly. I probably should have done that before this game, and I could hit cancel and go right now, but it's too late. I'm amped. I'm ready to freaking let's get it. As the gamers say, let's go. But I think that's more of a thing you say after you do something pog. What I'm doing right now, needing to pee and not going pee is not pog. But here we go. Let's be on the play. Let's be on the play. Playing against a cactus. What the heck? What in the heck? Okay, so this hand would be good if we drew a flash. So I'm gonna hope we draw a flash. We got a little removal spell. We got all our mana. Of course, this could be like a mulligan to 5, but it also could go crazy. I mean, imagine we draw a flash right now. How sick would that be? Okay. A lot of... the Black Lotuses are Black Lotusing. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Alright. Oh, Jesus. 6-1. Okay. Well, we're probably gonna lose. Welcome to Vintage Cube, brother. Right on time. Thank you very much. Let's go for the preordain. Okay, neither of these are doing much. We're basically looking for flash exclusively right now. And obviously, we need to kill this Lurrus. The fact that they have the Lurrus Lotus in hand into the Comet, you know, obviously turn 1 Comet alone is bad enough. We're probably going to lose to it. Almost assuredly. Oh, just red-white with Lotus. Okay, yep. You got me. You've got me. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I just gotta do this now. Just buy as much time as possible. Alright, let me get a flash 1 time. Let me get a flash 1 time. Let me get a flash 1 time. You got a 0-2? Okay, no. Okay, so let me get Island Flash 1 time. Are we dead? I guess we're not technically dead. We'll go hand. We'll go library. We'll go exile. We'll go land. We'll go bat. Then let's see. Are we dead? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. I'll take the Comet just in case they draw a land, and then we're not just like straight up dead. We're going to mystical. We are going to mystical for flash. We're going to flash into Atraxa. Oh wait, never mind. We're just dead, right? Yep. Okay. We're dead. He's dead, Jim. All right. Well, our opponent face rolled us on the play with a Black Lotus. You know what? I was powering the heck out of people. That's fine. I did. I'm gonna say I threw the trophy. I think we totally win the game 2 games ago. But you know what? That's the nature of the beast. You live by the power, you die by the power. And you know, quite frankly, the fact that I didn't just get face rolled in this draft is a huge dub. I went positive on gems. I've just been doing so horrendous. I wish I would have pulled the deck up so I could have looked at it, but thanks for sticking around, gamers. I just went on a huge big tirade about looking at my stats and then getting upset that my iPad stats weren't transferring over. But just know that if you're out here getting the shit slapped out of you and you refuse to draft Boros, you've found the right person. That's me. You can watch me. I'll probably do at least one other cube. So yeah, okay, all right. I'm just gonna wrap it up. I've been ambling here at the end for quite a bit, and later, gamers.